Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic and I'm here for the midweek checkup, okay? I almost thought I just didn't click record for just a split second there. It is too early in the morning. I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. What I do have is my cucumber water. I highly recommend. It's very tasty, especially when you freeze the cucumber slices, and it just keeps like your drink so nice and cold. Love it. I'm obsessed with cucumber water. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Happy time zones wherever you are in the world right now. I am doing this little quick AF reading. It's something new I'm trying here on my channel. These should be posted on Wednesdays, and then a little mini one on Fridays for the weekend, or just anything you need to know. And we might change it up by the theme. For example, this one, we're going to cater it towards the new moon in Gemini. So excuse me, the cucumber water had something to add to this conversation apparently. Anyways, so yes, the new moon in Gemini is happening this Saturday. I'm hosting a group ritual for this new moon, and we're using the Knight of Swords, some Gemini energy within the Knight of Swords to help boost this magic. I'm doing candle magic that night, which I also have a YouTube live that is private to only those who secure your spot on my website, which will all be linked down below. It is $11.11 to join in to secure your spot, because it includes a mini sound bath, very mini, very opening, welcome to the space, a moon activation prayer, and a spell that's in the description box of that video. And then I do candle magic, but I do that after the stream where we do a group reading. I do all of that, and then the next day you'll have a candle report with some additional messages, okay? So there's a lot that kind of goes into it. So if you're interested into doing that, we're working on focusing our mind, having mental clarity, boosting our cleverness, our silver tongue to be a better communicator, to communicate and have a deeper connection with those that we love, our chosen family, in our work environment, with our co-workers, trying to bring some harmony into that, just to be a better communicator overall, and to even deepen that connection with spirit, with the universe, okay? If it sounds like something you're interested in, please check out the description box for more information and a link to my website. It takes you to my Ko-Fi shop page, and then you can just buy it there. There's also other things you can check out there for different readings, so you can book a reading with me, and you can also subscribe to my Ko-Fi for additional perks, okay? Alright, so enough about that. Let's get into this reading right here. Let me start the shuffling process so we know what we can find out what we need to know for this midweek checkup with the new moon in Gemini just around the corner. I feel like I need to do one more as you call upon spirit, call upon ancestors and teachers. What do we need to know? Okay, so first card up is Justice. We got some Libra energy in there. And then we have the Six of Swords popping up in here as our challenge. And the Five of Swords, but that one's in reverse, so that one works in our favor. So starting off with Justice, things might have been feeling very unfair lately. You might be having wrong dealings with the law or with social and society. Like things just aren't going your way. They've just been feeling very out of balance lately. You're trying to bring harmony to this. That Libra energy is very not self-pleasing. That Libra energy is a people pleaser, is what I meant to say. Is that people pleasing energy, and now we got to bring that focus back onto us. We got to understand as well, with things going around us, that it's not necessarily our fault, but not to always just play the victim. That we got to be, we've got to be responsible. And take responsibility for our own actions, okay? And then with the Six of Swords, this is like having that challenge of just moving on. Also realizing if things been feeling very unfair, why are you constantly going back to it, trying to work at it, trying to, you know, if things just aren't feeling like they're working for you, it's time to move forward with this, okay? It's time to continue on the pathway with this new mental thought. It's still going to be very heavy energy, as you see like the swords are coming with. It's a lot of like trying to move forward, but like making sure that those swords don't start poking holes in that boat and sink the boat. This is coming from a place of pride. This could also be dealing because you're dealing with a person who's very, you know, ego driven. Someone this week that's been draining your energy. And what we see with these three figures here, there's those two figures that are walking away from the one who's like, I want all the swords, I want to collect it. But as you can see, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is better. It's not necessarily mean like having more is better. Okay, so this new moon in Gemini, and you know, for this midweek checkup, it's more of like, you know, needing to let things go, needing to really focus in on what it is that you need to prioritize, and also not having to always prove yourself. When people like, when it's kind of like arguments, like online arguments, there's just some people out there that live to argue. That's all they want to do. They need to be right and they want to show it, and when you constantly going back and like interacting with them isn't beneficial for you. Okay. Oh shit, these cards are just like out. Put them in their order. We have the Ace of Wands, new beginnings, potential. This is putting your passion somewhere else. This is putting your eye to something different. This can also be seen as a gift. So you see in this one, we can use with the Six of Swords. It has also been described that this figure on the top here is spirit, and they do have a staff in their hand as they're trying to get through the water and push you through quicker, push you towards something that is more joyful and happy. Okay, they're trying to give you a message. You're trying to send you like a sign through the mental realm, through intuition as well, because our crowning card here is the High Priestess, the connection to the moon. Okay, so this is a strong, deepening connection to the moon, and this is like knowing for knowledge and knowing and like basing off your intuition just for your own sake, not for the sake of others, but so that you can meditate with it, that you can sit with it, that you see the pros and cons of a situation. With both the figures of the Justice and the High Priestess, they're both sitting in their power. They're both, you know, they're grounding their energy. They're not being rushed to make a decision. They're not being pushed forward. They're meditating within. They're realizing like, I don't have to be right for this other random person. Like, I don't need to always prove this person, like I don't always have to prove myself that I'm always correct as well. Like, you know, I know that I am correct, and I will sit with that knowledge and I will move forward with it. You know, like it's kind of like that. I get that feeling of someone who's fighting to show like, I know how to do something the correct way. I know how to do something better, you know, and it's like, I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm trying to tell you because I'm trying to help you. And it's like, why don't you just do it for yourself then? Just do it for yourself. You don't need to share these. You can keep these more closer to you, like these ideas closer to the heart, you know, maybe something where you want to be more passionate about, that this is where you want to start taking action. The issue with we have the Eight of Pentacles right here, and it's in reverse. This means it's a very dull task. It's a very dull task. You're ready to move on for it. You don't want to constantly keep working on it, but Spirit's like, you need to keep doing this. This is something that you're going to be a master of. You're going to master these skills. Because then we have the King of Wands energy right here. And the King of Wands brings us Leo energy. It brings us that fixed sign of Leo energy, that things are going to stabilize. Things are going to be, this is someone who wants to have influence over people. So you might be an influencer, wanting to be an influencer. You might be into content creation for this card. You know, trying to be more open about it, but making sure you realize not everything you do is going to be correct, and you're not going to know how to do everything right the first time. We're going to make mistakes. But with this King of Wands, it's like, have confidence in what you're doing, though. Understand that you're going to make mistakes, but that you're going to see also the bigger picture here. Don't let your ego get in the way, and also don't let other people try to push you around and try to like tell you their way is the right way to do it. Versus being like, you know what, a king will listen to those. The High Priestess gathers that information. Okay, so with this new moon in Gemini, keeping up with like communication, deepening like that connection to spirit, being very action oriented, being very much more decisive, being being more about like We're ready to take that action, you know, because new moons are really great for manifestation, right? So you think about what you want it is to have your intention set, your manifestation set. And as the moon grows full, so does that abundance, so does that prosperity, so does your cleverness, because you're absorbing information, you're ready and you're open to it. You're open to these experiences. When spirit sends you a message now, you're more open to it. You're open to receiving this. This might be a message in your dreams. You might be seeing the signs. Do we have any repeat numbers? No, we have a 5 6. We have a 5 6 8, and that's why 8's like in reverse, because we're missing that step of 7. So it's like we're not gonna skip steps to like to get faster progress, right? This is something that it is going to be semi-fast because we have nothing but wands. We have a lot of wands and swords in particular, which means like this is energy that's going to be fast. And Gemini is an air sign, so it's like it's ready to get moving, it's ready to get going. That's what the Knight of Swords, it's ready for that action, it's ready to bring in and usher that change. But with the Knight, it deals with daily tasks. It deals with daily motivation. This would be a really great time actually for you to bring in affirmations, right? Like we have the High Priestess who's holding, I know it says like tarot like on the scroll, but it's also could be like, you know, reading affirmations, a book of spirituality, something that you want to learn about for this new moon in Gemini. It's something that you want to because it's going to benefit you later. Okay? All right. Anything else before I sum this up? This is kind of what I'm doing. I'm only doing tarot for these type of readings and not any oracle cards. I save that for my bigger readings because that can take up like to 20-30 minutes. So I wanted this to be kind of like something for your day, but something more along the lines for this new moon in Gemini energy. Very much with this new moon in Gemini energy, it's very much so of an energy of like you don't always have to prove yourself to other people, especially other people that don't have your best interest at heart. And it's trust your intuition, trust the divine, and trust in divine timing. Trust that you are a guiding force for yourself as well, that you need to have confidence in yourself, boost yourself, like, you know, get rid of that low self-esteem as best as you can. Like, you know, be more aware of it in a sense. Especially if it's coming from an outside source. It's not just like, you know, your inner being, because I know we all have insecurities and whatnot we deal with, and it's so easy to say, well, just don't have low self-esteem. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, like, if it feels like it's coming from somebody else because somebody else is jealous, somebody else is not coming from a good place, like, trust your intuition when you realize that these aren't your thoughts, they're the thoughts of somebody else who's trying to push them on you because they want to be right. Gemini energy is going to want to like get rid of that deceit. That's another thing with justice and that Libra energies. They want to get rid of that deceit. They want you to see the truth, and the truth is coming. The truth will be, you know, be more aware on this new moon in Gemini. So keep a sign for that. I hope that makes sense. I hope that does. If not, you can always drop me a question in the comment section. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here. If you do like this type of reading, I appreciate hearing feedback. If you would like more of this style of reading, maybe even like I can do even shorter ones up to like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, that's maybe even more daily. I don't know, it could be too much, just let me know. But please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with a friend, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, so if that goes pretty well, hopefully there'll be another video coming up this Friday. But if you don't get a video from me on Friday, I will see you probably on Mondays. Every Monday I go live here on my YouTube channel at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, or I think we're in Central Daylight Time right now, but Chicago time. And I go live for the week ahead reading, so we'd love to have you here. You can join in, there's a live chat, and you know, we can talk, okay? All right, thank you so much, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.